Dane Ricketts, The Catalyst, www.saintricketts.com. Of course, The Catalyst does our Wednesday night theme song as well as our Tuesday night theme song. We just love this band. Of course, Tuesday night's Where Fire Cannot Burn. Wednesday night is The Catalyst. And I wish you all a good evening and welcome 100% live Wednesday night. Let's do it a little bit different. It's Yo 2.0, a little bit of an angle, a little bit different, a little more crude than your typical Tuesday night Yo show, but we still have a blast. Jeff the Shark Perini, solo like Han tonight. Guest co-host, had two possibles. Kind of lost at the last minute. We actually have one in the house who tried to do it from here, but with dog bark and all that, we've got to come up with a plan and make that stuff happen. Like live from the man cave Wednesday nights on the Yo Show. Jason, dude, you gotta kind of let me know how to pronounce that last name. Jason Rutschman. Anyway, Jason found me on Happy Hour podcast. My man Ray Chase started following us. Loves the show, loves the music, loves everything we do. Jason, thanks for coming in, and the return of one of my favorite rock superstars, Rain Sparkles, aka Angela Lender, in the house with the Yo. What is up, Rain? Sensational drummer, awesome talent, and one super cool human being. Tonight, like I said, solo like Han. I'm going to do a couple things tonight. We're going to play some music videos here for you from some of the bands, local bands, especially last night's. J.C. Clark, who we love. We're definitely going to do that. Love You Too. How's the New Heart? I forgot. Jewel was doing the New Heart last night. I forget how. I don't know. I'm not hip, but love you as well. Hope all is well with Miss Angela, aka Rain Sparkles. So yeah, we're gonna do some videos, some new stuff out from some friends of ours. So some videos and some rants. We're gonna do a couple rants tonight. We're gonna rant about the Eagles because everybody's panicking about the season being over. We're going to rant a little bit about this new Al Michaels not being allowed to do the playoffs on NBC because of a certain performer who likes to show up at football games now. But on top of all that, 8:30 tonight, get ready because one of my favorite entertainers, a sensational dancer and entertainer and one super cool human being, the one and only Miss, the one and only Miss Janine Jericho. That comes up around 8:30 this evening. Janine, another one of them great people I met through Happy Hour podcast. Super cool, great entertainer, super sexy woman. We're excited for that 8:30 tonight. The Yo Show. Last night we had an awesome show. Like I said, J.C. Clark from Lake Divided was our guest. She was outstanding. We played one of her new songs. Actually played three of their songs, one of their brand new ones, and just awesome. And I love having artists like that. A lot of our musician friends came on to watch that and wished her well. And, you know, we just love stuff like that when bands and then other bands, kind of what it's all about. We're going to do a lot of stuff tonight, and I want you to get in that comment section because I'm going to ask you in a little bit That one celebrity you want to knock some boots with. That's right. Knocking boots? Is that like an old man phrase? Anyway, all right. Celebrity you want to. Ah, fuck it. Let's say bang. Yeah, we're going to do that a little bit later tonight as well. We got a lot of stuff tonight right here on Yo 2.0, Yo Show Wednesday, etc. Tell you one thing though, you talk a lot all night for 2 hours, you get a little dry. So I'm going to be drinking tonight. I got my Dr. D photography koozie, my good friends at Nailblade on the other side, and we're drinking Syzygy cider. It's from the people over at Tranquility Brewery. It's actually a cinnamon whiskey infused cider. So get ready, get ready for this one. Like I said, we're gonna play some videos and stuff and have a great time with Janine Jericho around 8:30. But I want to get into not want to get into that yet. I want to get into thanking our guests from the last Wednesday episode because we just love everybody that's coming up. And as you know, we're getting ready to do 300 of the Yo Show, the Tuesday night version, and not to mention how many done we know on Wednesday. And a massive thank you last week for last Wednesday's guest. The guest co-host was one of my favorites, Vividly Vixen. She was awesome as we welcomed the awesome model Skylar Calico. And man, I'm telling you what, get two beautiful women that just come on and start ranting and talking about social media and life. It's something. It's definitely something else. So we look forward to that again tonight when we talk internet, etc., with the awesome Janine Jericho. It is time for a rant. I'm going to start a rant. I'm not going to go nuts with it right now. I'll get back to a little bit of it later. Um, but we want to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles and the people jumping off the bandwagon and then a big panic after a couple of tough losses. San Francisco, followed by Dallas. First and foremost, before we go anywhere else with that, I'm going to tell you that pretty much every year you split with Dallas. So to beat them here, to lose out there, okay. A lot of people say we got blown out. I don't know about blown out. Two pretty big fumbles, turnovers, those kind of things you just can't. You can't have that. Thank you, Jason. Love the shirt too, bro. Love the logo and my good friend Steve Giordano with all his art design. He's awesome. Helps out. But I'm not really afraid so much of the Eagles' season because they do have a lot of talent. And I know they've run into a buzzsaw last couple of weeks of teams. Buffalo, Kansas City, Dallas twice, Miami, San Francisco. So get your wins in that to still have the awesome record. Dogs are going nuts tonight. This is terrific. To have that great record and to still be in the playoff contention, in the hunt. And you don't know what happens in the playoffs. Last year, we managed to get to the playoffs, made it to the Super Bowl, came close. I'm not really afraid. A lot of people were afraid. A lot of people were worried about the secondary. I know secondary's not great right now. Defense is not great right now. But I don't put a lot of that on them. I put a lot of that on the offense. The turnovers, of course. And, like, turnovers from your big stars, your big-time players. You know, San Francisco is my favorite state. I love San Francisco 49ers, but I don't like Ohio State and Ohio State. Ohio State sucks. I don't like Ohio State either. I'm actually happy Michigan beat them this year. I don't like Ohio State football. That's right, I said it. But, you know, when your two top dogs, you know, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown aren't getting the touchdowns, aren't moving the ball, turning it over, etc. That's a problem. That's a big problem. And that, to me, is more of a fearful problem than the secondary and the pass rush, etc. Because if you can't score, you sure as heck aren't going to win. It's one thing to let up points, but to come back and score, you have to. You can't go down by 10, 14, 17 points in a game and expect to come back every time. You're going to do that against some of the teams in the league. You can do that against the Giants and the Washington Commanders and teams like that. But you're not going to do it all the time against the Buffaloes, the Kansas Cities, the San Franciscos, etc. You got away with it at Kansas City. You got down. You're just not going to do it with teams like Dallas right now, whose offense is pretty sharp. You're not going to get away with that against San Francisco, who's pretty awesome right now. So, am I afraid? No. Am I concerned? Sure. I'm a little concerned. But any week, anything can happen. You watched last Monday, you watched the Giants beat Green Bay. Green Bay was red hot. Everybody was punching their playoff ticket. Everybody was getting ready to say how Jordan Love is the new thing in Green Bay. And that didn't go all that well either. That was a loss as well. So you don't know. You go out and play. You play your best. You do your thing. And hopefully this week you get back on track. Another tough game. Monday night in Seattle. One of the loudest, if not the loudest stadium in the league. Pretty decent team. Got some good weapons. My man DK Metcalf, who is a beast. It's going to be tough to stop. Defense is kind of middle of the road, so you should be able to move the ball. Got to move the ball and score against this team, especially out there. But let's not get discouraged, Eagles fans. We definitely have time. And my feet are absolutely freezing. Yeah, so there's that. And I feel okay about it. I know people want to jump off the wagon, and they're already saying maybe Hurts isn't the guy. Yeah, Hurts got you the Super Bowl last year. You know, with all the video and all the tactics and everything, teams will catch on quickly. Their defense will catch on to what you do quickly. Notice you don't see Hurts running as much. They can't stop the push, the tush push, which I love. But some of your strategies, your plays, etc., all, you know, that kind of stuff definitely can happen. That can be a problem. And you have to learn them the way they learn you. Am I right? Am I wrong? If you're out there, let me know. How do you feel about the Eagles? How do you feel about the rest of the season? I still feel pretty good about it. I feel great about my Eagles. I love my Eagles. I love my Phillies. Last night I had Sixers shirt. I love my Sixers. Love the Flyers who are red hot. So I love my teams, but let's not give up and stick behind them. Keep going to the games and buying the merch and watching and cheering them on because they still got something special. Really good ball club we have here in Philadelphia with our Eagles. Again, Janine Jericho at 8:30. We're going to play some music first. Let's get a video going here. Because last night, like I said, on the program, on the Yo Show, with myself and Jewel Tatey, we had an awesome guest. What is your favorite football team, favorite football game you've been to, Jeff? That's actually pretty good. A few years back, when they still had the old Veterans Stadium, went to an Eagles playoff game over Minnesota, and we really handled our business. And that was great. Being in a playoff atmosphere was awesome, especially the rowdy Philadelphia crowd. That was definitely very cool to be part of a playoff game. Regular season games, I got bad luck. I did watch us beat Carolina on a Monday night. That was kind of a man game. I watched us get crushed by Dallas like 34-0 one year. I don't go to a lot of football games. I like being on the couch. I like being in the warmth. I like having my choice of when I want to eat and drink and when I want to do it. And the only fighting is between myself and myself. I don't like the brawls. Yeah, Philly's got a lot of brawls in the stadium. Love going to baseball games. Love going to the indoor ones, basketball, hockey. Love concerts, of course, but football is probably my least favorite thing to actually go out to, although I love the game so very much. So hopefully that answers your question in some strange way, shape, or form. We were going to play music, like I said, last night. J.C. Clark from the Lake Divided was our special guest, and we played their awesome song, Rain. And this one goes out to Rain. A little shaky on the audio last night with the internet, so we're going to play it again because it's just that darn good. Something to kind of fill the time. So when you're doing it by yourself, you need a little time break and a little bit of fun. So we're going to play, like I said, a few videos tonight. We're going to start out with Rain by Lake Divided. Last night's guest, J.C. Clark. If you didn't see it, watch it on YouTube. Watch the replay because she's a super human being as well. Just a great inspiration, awesome person, awesome musician. So it's definitely worth it. And you can check them out at lakedivided.com. It's right there. So let's play Rain by Lake Divided, our guest last night on the Yo Show. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. We'll do some more talk, we'll do some more rants, we'll have some more drinks, and get ready for Janine Jericho at 8:30. Be right back here on the Yo Show, Yo 2.0, Wednesday night, live.
I spend enough time thinking. I get strung out when my brain stops feeling. Always awake, I'm awake, but I'm dreaming. I seem okay, our looks deceiving. But you never know, 'cause I'll never show. The cold in my bones, it's everywhere I go. A wounded soul, stuck living like a ghost. Life feels like a joke, rain show. The cold in my bones, it's everywhere I go. A wounded soul, stuck living like a ghost. Life feels like a joke, rain comes but never goes. It's holding hostage what I need the most. Rain comes but never goes. Let it fall, help me feel anything else.
All right, that was last night's guest on the Yo Show, J.C. Clark. I like Divided. Rain is the song, and it's an awesome song, and they're an awesome band. And we had a great time talking to them last night. I get really excited. I get geeked. I get fan geeked for all the people to come on, and I'm going to be nervous and geeked tonight because there's no buffer zone. It's just me and Janine Jericho. Scary. Because I love her. I think she's awesome. 8:30 tonight. Last time we were scheduled to have her on, she had a little technical difficulty. Hopefully everything goes smooth tonight. And we get here at 8:30. Very excited for that one. You know, from the Northland, JD Wolf back in the house. Missed you last night, too, but we chatted. All is well with our good friend JD. Thanks for tuning in for a Wednesday night episode. And again, I played Like Divided. I know you're a big fan. I appreciate you chatting it up with J.C. Clark about coming on the program. So, very cool. I have a solid 0.5% shot now that he's single. So let's get you real quick before Janine gets here. Their music is absolutely awesome. I love their music, and I agree totally. It's such a great. Whoops. Oh, what the heck I just did there? It's accidentally almost turned myself off. The music is awesome. So let's get to something I wanted to do. I tried to do it last night, but sure, I didn't get on in time. If you could have sex with any celebrity, who would it be? Now, that says put it in a GIF. You don't have to, obviously. You can't do it here. But I want comments. I want to know. People are already putting it on my Facebook page. People are putting it here. Sex with any celebrity. Of course, Mila Kunis is in the picture. And no offense, I love Mila Kunis, but it's not my vote. No, I'm sorry. If I could have sex with any celebrity, it's Scarlett Johansson. I even did a little double pictorial there, little face shot, little body shot. Love me some Scarlett Johansson, and I love her acting as well as her beauty. She's beautiful. She's sexy. Probably get the hall pass, I think, maybe. I gotta ask. Because I know she's dying to see that, and no. No. Dude, drop in a comment. We've got some already. We've had a few people comment. It's on the Facebook page. And we got Hugh Jackman, of course, from Jenny Cannon. And I said, you got to say it on the show. So, of course, she says, Hugh Jackman, laugh out loud better. Yes, it is. 0.5% shot now. He's single. I would give yourself at least a 5%, not 0.5. Work that Hugh Jackman magic. We have the thumb wrestle. Oh, so it's a share deal? Oh, so you're picking the same. Well, I don't blame you. I love Scarlett Johansson. Love the whole. We got a vote for Kristen Cavallari. I'm about that. I don't know if I'd use my hall pass, but I'm about it. We got a Elizabeth Hurley. Whew, that's a, and you could even, my man Travis was nice enough to even give me a gift. So, I mean, yeah, it's coming back again. It's like slow motion Elizabeth Hurley with great cleavage. Brian Oxenhandler, no offense. I don't even know who this is that you put in this picture. I don't even know who you're voting for. Brian Lewitt, of course, said Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie. Yes. Brian Farrer said simple. She's already pictured. Of course, that's got to be Mila Kunis from the headline. JD Wolf said Taylor Momsen. I wonder if I still have that picture, the one I showed the Jewel that night. Because Taylor Momsen is now. Did I erase it? Oh, I did. Taylor Momsen's now like super jacked. She's got these awesome abs going, like a female 6-pack. And she can sing like crazy. So why not? That's a good. I would love, I would love me. I would love somebody that could sing. That's pretty cool. Taylor Momsen's a good vote also. I want to see how they get in the thread or tell your friends get in the thread. Stop in for a minute. Just tell me who it is. Or you can put it on my Facebook. Doesn't matter. Either way, it's tonight's theme. I like themes, I like polls, I like votes. If you could have sex with any celebrity, who would it be? I know my wife's. I don't think dude's on TV at the moment. If you ever watch that show Suits, the guy that played Harvey on Suits, I don't even know his name. I don't know the actor's name, but no, that's her thing. I'm all about Scarlett Johansson. And if you look, you play strategy in this world somewhere. Well, I don't even know where it is. By the time I find it, I can knock over the whole damn thing. But anyway, there's the Funko Pops, of course, because I'm weird like that. No, I don't do weird things with them. They're just up there for display. So we do. It's our backdrop. Tuesdays and Wednesday nights on the Yo Show. So we're expecting Janine Jericho around 8:30. We'll do some chatting about getting up there and getting out there and doing what she does and performing because, man, I saw some videos. I couldn't get any videos up here because all of it has music and, music that isn't independently owned. That's like nationally owned. Usually gets muted. So we couldn't really do that. We won't do that. It's okay. Get back to that later. I mentioned my buddy Brian Farrish, who, of course, commented. And that's kind of a disaster. He's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. They're in a little bit of a mess as well while we're talking football. After losing to New England. That's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But the playoff picture is slowly starting to shape up. Still plenty of teams in contention for the NFL playoffs. And it gets exciting. It's an exciting time of the year. Of course, there's a game Thursday night. Chargers, Raiders. Chargers without star quarterback Justin Herbert. That's painful. Taylor Swift would be your choice. Really? Taylor Swift. Coming from a guy that talks about all that stuff on Happy Hour Pod, I'm a little surprised. Taylor Swift. That's it. Gabriel mocked. Solid choice. Yeah, it's Cassie's. It's Cassie's John. Matter of fact, when she had a work phone, that was her screensaver. Her poor husband has her dog. She has some dude. But hey, whatever. We all have those celebrity fantasies. If she came on the show, she would see that I have this wonderful little 2-piece picture dedicated to mine that I made before I came on. Why not? Scarlett Johansson. I feel better about this one because after last night with you people and your chugga-choo-choos, so disappointed. The whole chugga-choo-choo thing that people say it's 2, it's 4. It's actually 8. If you really want your train to run, it's 8 chuggas. 4 chuggas. People are insane. You anger me. Don't anger me on my program. I get 4 hours a week to be the boss. Let me live, damn it. Yeah, that's why I have great guests on. It makes me feel like a master of media. What was Howard Stern, king of all media? I'm the master of all media. Voted top 50 in the world by the Los Angeles and New York Weekly Times. The Yo Show. God, we're 12 days away from Christmas. I gotta admit, I haven't bought a darn thing yet. And that's a disaster. It terrifies me because I always I start getting the cold sweats and have nightmares about the day of. Jenny Cannon, you're exactly right. Men always do exaggerate their chuggas. I'm like a 120 chugga guy. I'm exaggerating the shit out of my chugga. But when it comes to the choo-choo train, it's 8. It's chugga 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 woo woo. It's not just chugga chugga woo woo. That train's going nowhere. Brent, we're on the house. Brent, good evening. Super cool dude. Great photographer. Guy who has been around seeing the shows. Love you, dude. Love you for checking in. As always. And he was at Exotica. We're going to talk to Janine Jericho a little bit about Exotica. And Brent was there, the one in New Jersey. Jealous of that. That looked like a great time. Molly Rennick. Oh, Jesus H. You know, that is a celebrity that, yeah, I love her. She was on the show. She did a Wednesday night. And she's like, come on, but I need 7 o'clock, which we never do 7 o'clock. And she's like, got to come right on 7 and maybe give you 20 minutes. I'm like, whatever you need, whatever Molly Rennick needs, she gets. Living Dead Girl is the band. Woo, baby. Got to get her out here to PA with A Light Divided and bring back Mag Dillon and the FDS band. Let's bring them all. How about it? Yeah, she's getting married soon. I'm so upset. It's going to be Molly Haining. Am I correct? Haining? Is that how we're saying it? She'll always be Molly Rennick to me. And she'll always be single to me. Because if I ever met that woman, I'd be single also. Jason, what'd you get me, man? I haven't bought anything for Christmas either, Jeff. Did you put up a Christmas tree yet? Yeah, we did get a tree. There is a tree. I used to go live. I've started to go fake tree. To prevent the mess, prevent the throwing out, to prevent my dogs from trying to urinate on, etc. So we fake tree. And like I said, my nephews have been staying and they are here and they wanted a tree. So they helped decorate it and all. It just looks great. Got a nice little Christmas tree ready for the holiday season. Better come to Exotic in New Jersey next year, Jeff. Dude, next year I'm doing it. This year I had a couple different events conflicting that day, but next year, no, I'm there. I'm going to hang out with Ray. I'm going to meet you. I'm going to hang up the Happy Hour podcast. Probably end up divorced. If you know me, I'm going to make an ass out of myself. It's kind of what I do in public. With a Kinsey King in the house. Another one of these great performers. Awesome singer. Awesome dude. Kinsey, good to see you, dude. Welcome. And thank you for tuning in. We're expecting Janine Jericho at 8:30. Just make sure there's no tie-ups, no setbacks. Sometimes the magical world of live will do that to you. Matter of fact, forget it, because that's not happening. She is backstage right now, and let's get to it. First, let's run her banners down below. Boop. Whoops. That's supposed to scroll. There we go. And save and show. There we go. Our guest tonight is backstage, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to bring her out in a moment. She just got up, so we'll give her a second to come back. Very excited. A little bit nervous. Get my last little drink in so my throat is less dry. Perfect. Our guest tonight is an incredible entertainer, dancer, showgirl, just internationally known. And to watch the videos and to watch her perform is absolutely amazing. I'm blown away by it all. And I said, first met her doing the Happy Hour podcast. I'm like, how about coming on my show? And it's kind of, we dig in a little bit differently. We dig in a little bit more like the personal life and, you know, what got you started on. She's like, sure, let's do it. So I'm very excited for this tonight. Our very special guest. Are you ready? Thumbs up. I don't know if she could hear me yet. Good. I'll wait one more second to make sure she is ready to go. Let's welcome her. Let's see how we can do. Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest tonight, Miss Janine Jericho. Janine, good evening. Can you hear me? All right, she's going to try. Can you hear me now? All right. Are we good?
I cannot hear anything, so sorry guys. I cannot hear you guys. I don't know.
She's going to work on that real quick. I can hear her. She can't hear us as of yet. Thank you, Matt. I guess she is great. We're very excited. Hopefully, we can figure out the volume thing. See if there's anything I can do
I
on my
cannot hear
end.
anything. So sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on.
Try jumping.
I'll
Oh, I'll
figure
leave
it
you
out.
a message. Let me. I'll give her a little message here. Let's see real quickly. Gonna probably try going out and coming back in. Sometimes the first shot doesn't work, so we're gonna have her go out, come back in, and we'll try that. We'll take her out right now, and if you get it and you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. We'll bring you back in. We're gonna try that again, and hopefully it works because I'm so excited to see her. I'm excited to have her on, and hopefully the volume thing does work. I agree, Jason. I'm very excited to have her here. So we're gonna try it again in a moment. Like I said, this is the magic of when you go live, the possibilities and the things that can happen from a live chat, if you will. So we're going to try again, Janine Jericho, in a few minutes. I'm already nervous. And you see why. Kind of had a feeling. I see her backstage. I kind of give them the lead in. And like I said, this system isn't flawless. It's good. But sometimes there's glitches. She's backstage again. I agree, Brent. I'm also here for Miss Jericho because she is awesome. Oh, she's working the camera. Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Not yet. Okay. The funk goes in the back or fire. Thank you. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them here. There's a lot of them down there. There's a lot over there. They're like all over the place. Kind of a mess. It's actually getting messy. Let me see if there's anything that I can help with here. Can you hear me? Are we ready? Let's try it again. Can you hear me now? Are we good?
I can hear you.
Excellent. All right. So once again, everybody, let's give it up for the amazing Miss Janine Jericho.
Yay!
And thank you so much for coming on. I know last time we had this scheduled, God, it was actually back in July. Goes to show you how fast time flies. And you had a disaster with your technology. And you were nice if you sent me videos like, look, this is what's happening in my life right now.
Yeah, my screen wasn't even operational, and I had to use my old phone for everything. And I'm like, I can't even. Yeah.
Isn't it? It's amazing, and you got to admit, like being in entertainment of any sort, you rely on social media, you rely on advertising yourself, etc. So when your phone goes down, your computer goes down, we're lost. Doesn't it kind of freak you out a little bit how lost you are without these devices?
No, it actually was a little bit peaceful. And you know what? I have automatic like posts that, that I put up, so I wasn't really too concerned.
You got a lot of fans in the comment section already that they love your videos and your movies and everything you do. And I guess we'll get started right there with that. Like, you tour and you dance and entertain. How did you first get into it? Because it's got to be nerve-wracking as heck to be a feature and you go out and be the feature and all these people come to see you and you're center stage and I said you're dancing, your dances are incredible. How did you get into that and how did you decide, okay, I've got the balls, I'm just going to go out and do this?
I actually had met a few other ladies that were showgirls in Western Canada. In the adult entertainment industry, it's all showgirls. Down here in the States, it's a little bit different because they have primarily VIP dancing and then a feature will go on stage. So I come from a dancing background. And when I had met these ladies who said, come and watch our shows, you'll see what it's like. Because at first I was like, hell no, I can't do that. I'm not doing that. What? And I have to take off my clothes and get naked in front of people. There's no way. And but then I went and watched their shows, and they were empowering and inspiring and so beautiful. And as I said, I come from a dance background, so for me, music and dance is my first passion. And I'm like, I could definitely do this.
You definitely can do it, and you talk about like getting naked. I'm sure it's nerve wracking, but when you look at
That's the easy
yourself,
part.
right? I said I'm sure that's become the easy part because you look fantastic. The dancing and watching your routines has got to be impossible. How do you come up with these routines? Is this all you, or is there a choreographer you work
Oh
with, or you
no,
just come up with these?
it's always me. I'm the visionary. I'm a true visionary. And all of my shows, they just come to me. Like I can remember with Bumblebee, I'm like, I really want to do a Transformer and it hasn't been done yet. And I want to do Bumblebee. So I contact my costume designer and I'm like, can you please make me a Bumblebee? But it's got to be super blingy and sexy. I need to, make this transforming sexy. So not just like, just not like the Transformer movie, but I need to be able to have that feminine component as well. And she's like, absolutely, I could definitely make that super blingy and over the top, beautiful just for you. And then I bring the character to life and then decide which songs I'm going to do that tell the story and then which skill set, like which skills are going to be best with my transformer. And fire and grinder, usually they go with transformers. So those are the skill sets that I usually use.
It's amazing, and I stress to everybody watching tonight to find it on YouTube because the videos are outstanding, and I love watching it. And there's an art to it. And you get a lot of women who say, "Oh, I could do that. Oh, it's easy. You just go on stage, just kind of move around." And you get a lot of guys like, "Oh, they're not really putting anything into it." And then you watch performers like you, and you're like, "Yeah, that's true art. It's an art form, and I admire you 1,000,000% for that."
Yeah, thank you. Well, you know what? Even like the porters, like the handlers that are helping me with my shows, they'll pick up some of my props and then take another like a swig going, wow, this is so heavy. You make it look so easy when you're on stage with like these fire fans, because my fire fans are quite big and heavy. They're not the traditional smaller ones, or even my capes. My capes are quite heavy as well. So they'll pick them up to take them off the stage, and they're like, "I can't believe that you're dancing with this. That's so heavy." And I'm like, "Ah, yeah, but it's all in practice."
A lot of practice, and you're also known as an athlete, and so there's got to be a lot of training, a lot of athletics, a lot of workout. um where's your free time? It seems like between having to work out, having to practice, travel the country and perform, where's the free time at?
I make free time. That's one
Excellent.
thing. As an entertainer and a traveling feature, I've learned that there needs to be a healthy balance so that I don't get burnout. And not only that, but to truly enjoy what I do and my bookings instead of like for 8 years, I would say it was nose to the grindstone, getting to the next gig every single week. And sometimes I would do these epic power drives of 20 hours or whatever it would
Wow.
be, and I was enjoying my job, but I wasn't really enjoying the whole journey. And it wasn't until I went to Australia where I consciously made the effort to stay somewhere really nice where I'd be able to experience Australia. And that's when I was like, oh, this is what I need to do. I need to create a healthy balance on being on the road with performing so that I'm getting the most out of every single week. And that completely changed my whole living.
That's awesome because you definitely do need it, and it's overwhelming. And even like a little show like ours, people are like, dude, you're always advertising, you're always sending out emails trying to get guests. Yeah, after a while, it does get to be a lot. So, being a featured entertainer like yourself and going all over the country and being like the showcase, the highlight, the feature, hey, it's got to be a little bit stressful. So, it's good that you managed to get the balance. A lot of people in there just blow up about it. You got to see some fire and ice, and the fire shows are absolutely incredible. I've seen some of the fire stuff; it's awesome. Describe to us number one the fire show, and tell us about fire and ice. Some kind of a two-person dance thing you do, and sometimes even incorporate three people in it, which really has to take a lot of work.
Yep, Fire and Ice was my COVID baby. Because of the pandemic, of course, I wasn't touring and I had some extra time on my hands and I started to experiment with acro yoga primarily. And I'm like, ah, I could bring this to our stages and I think people would love it. Like two women being strong and sexy and flexible working together, doing some cool stuff. And I had a partner that I started off with, and then we excelled quite a bit. We did a mini tour, clubs were loving it. And then I moved on to working with Hayla Faye, who is absolutely outstanding. She's a gymnast. So when Hayla and I first connected, She learned all of my previous routines in one session. And acrobatics is not an easy feat to learn. So
No.
it was phenomenal. Plus, our energy and our sexy energy really clicked. And so we became the new Fire and Ice. And this year, I'm like, why not add one more person? Let's ask Justice. Justice is my best friend. We've been besties for over a decade. And she also is a highly accoladed feature entertainer. And I'm like, let's see if we can do this trio thing. So we got together and we started doing some trio moves and put together a whole trio show. And then we went on to win the grand championship of the Night Moves events and awards with our trio.
That's awesome. It really is not only to be able to do it, but to be win awards with it. And it's something I had to ask, and it's going to sound silly, but you were voted like Miss Nude Canada.
Dun, dun,
Like
dun, dun. Yes, I'm the current reigning Miss New Canada.
that's pretty amazing. Do you? God, let me think of a way, because everybody gets in the mirror and they look at themselves and they critique themselves. Like, okay, I could do better with this. I can do better with that. Do you ever look in the mirror and like that's an award-winning body right there? Like I'm an award winner. Does it does it get to you? It's got to go to your head a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think so, no. Because
No.
you're always thinking about the next thing, right? Like I have had to learn to be able to sit and really enjoy like those successes that have come to me for sure. But I feel like I'm always thinking about what the next move is, the next thing that I want to do or create. Awards. Miss New Canada actually is one of my most favorite awards. I've over 80 accolades out throughout my
Oh,
career, but that one probably is one of my favorites, definitely.
that's pretty awesome. And it is something extremely special because, like I said, all the hard work, the training, etc., gets noticed for your physique, your body, etc. To be voted like an entire country names you number one. Like that's pretty damn awesome. I was voted Mister. Please keep your clothes on, United States. So I'm very proud of that. Please wear more clothing, United States. Tell us the difference, if there is any, in performing in Canada and performing in um, United States. Is there any difference in the two? Is it perceived differently? Not a bad way, but is the arts perceived any different anywhere?
I would say that it's not even I think a country thing, but a state by state, province by province thing, because it's so different from province to province in Canada as it is down here in the States. Even county to county here in the States, it's very different. Audiences are different in each different city. So, but as far as like Canada versus the USA, I would say Canadian audiences are very loud and rowdy and they really get into your show.
Wow.
Here in the United States, the audiences are a little more subdued, but they show their appreciation by making it rain. So it's like they're
Nice.
making noise with all those dollar bills. But in
That's the noise I'm
Canada, it's
looking
almost
for.
like going to a rock concert. You walk on stage and like the people are rah. So those two things I have noticed are quite different between Canada and the United States as far as that goes. As being perceived slightly because I'm a showgirl, and here in the United States, not all people are familiar with what a feature entertainer is. In Canada, we've had feature entertainers across the provinces, forever. Like the West was based on showgirls. So people are used to going into an adult entertainment club and seeing an actual show, seeing
Right.
girls with skills and costumes doing all the things. We're here in the States because it was more of a lap dancing based. Girls are on roster. Not every girl that goes on stage is a stage girl. Some girls don't, they're just up there because they're on the roster. So it's a completely different type of vibe that way. And then here in the States, as I said, people aren't too familiar with a feature or a showgirl. When I say I'm a showgirl, they're like, what does that mean? And I'm like, here, just look at my Instagram.
Right. This gives you
I'll show
everything
you
you
what it
need to know.
means.
That's one way to say it. Or go out and see you if you're
Yes,
local.
absolutely. Come and see my shows. because they
I need to.
here, yes,
Yep.
here in the United States, because the strip clubs are quite different. People are just thinking it's one way when they don't realize that there are actual entertainers that are coming on stage and doing super cool performances, and then they start to get it. They're like, "Oh, this is amazing!" And we have so many ladies that are coming into the clubs these days as well because they love the shows and in their own way they're feeling the sexiness and female empowerment.
That's very cool. And empowerment's a big word. 'Cause we have a lot of female musicians that come on, female actresses, entertainers like yourself. And the empowerment thing is cool. And like I said, a lot of my female friends are like, oh, I would go watch that. I'm dying to see that. And like even coming on tonight, a couple of people were like, hey, can I guest co-host? Kind of fell apart with the guest co-host tonight, but still, it's very cool because it is empowering. It's kind of owning the entire room. Like you are in charge of that room.
Absolutely.
Yeah, which is very awesome.
Absolutely.
My good friend Angela's in the house. She gave a yo. She was supposed to guest co-host with us tonight. Her work schedule got a little late, but we thank you. Mac Davis wants to know about the mermaid show and a mermaid costume. Fill us in on that because I get excited for all that stuff.
Oh yeah, my mermaid is pretty epic. And I have a big, huge clamshell, an LED clamshell,
Wow.
and I start off in the clamshell, and then I've got veil fans to make big waves and stuff. Yeah, and that costume it's incredible. It's so beautiful.
It's awesome when you get to live out like a few different fantasies, like being like a mermaid
Absolutely.
and also the dance. How do you dance in a mermaid costume though? I mean, don't you have the big fin? Like I can't imagine how that happens. You're not like trying to swim around, are you?
I can swim around a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm very skilled.
I believe
I'm
that.
really good at
That's
making my costumes work for me and I work for it.
wow.
So I definitely utilize that tail fin to its fullest ability.
Wow.
And then of course I strip down out of it and then get into my champagne bowl and get wet and wild, all that fun stuff.
It
But the
sounds
mermaid
great. And
show, actually, that is a show that a lot of the ladies love. The ladies love the mermaid and then they love my Frozen.
the Frozen's awesome too. That's one of the ones I watched. I tried to get it up here. Like I said, I couldn't get rid of the music, and a lot of times they'll cut it right off if I have
Yeah,
outside
right,
music that's
right.
not independent band. So I'm like, ah. So I watched it myself about 50 times today just to get ready for it. And it really is awesome. And give yourself a lot of credit in more ways than one. Um, Going out and entertaining, like I said, the costume, the poise, the routine, the nudity, all that. Is there still nerves? And is there a pre-show ritual the way you talk stuff into it? Like, we got this, let's go get it.
Yeah, always. I definitely have pre-show nerves every time. I kind of feel like it's almost a normal thing, and I would be more worried when I don't have them. I almost feel like, it's kind of like a passion thing. I'm still feeling quite passionate and I love what I do. I feel like the nerves are a really good thing. However, I usually take a long time to get ready for my show. That's my ritual. Doing my hair, my makeup, stretching. I listen to my music mix a few times and then I listen to some hype up music. And even when they're announcing my titles is when I have like the big whoosh of butterflies, like, here we
Oh, yeah.
go. But then as soon as my music kicks in, I become the character that I'm playing and I walk out on stage and just own it. And then that nervous energy transmutes into happy, excited energy. And then
That's pretty
afterwards, I get
cool.
off stage and then feel that like performer's high. So I always try to tell other entertainers about that when they're deal. I actually just had this conversation with a girl on how to. I'm like, I don't know if you ever really want to get rid of those pre-game nerves because I think that they're a good thing, but there is a great way to calm yourself down so that you don't go out on stage with the nervous energy and then your whole show is nerves because that
Right.
could
That.
happen as well.
Have you ever had an accident of any sort? I mean, like I said, somebody to move, some of the routines are pretty out there, and it can be a dangerous slope. Anything ever really seriously happening injury wise?
Oh yeah, I've had lots of things happen. I've had it all happen. The show must go on. One of the worst things that I ever had happen to me was when I was in Australia. I was doing a show and I have a devil show with a very epic cape. I do a lot of cape work with my shows. I dance with the fabric. And I came out for my devil show. I'm doing my, my cape work. And the owner before the show said, if you want, you can dance on the tables. We don't mind if you go out into the crowd and if you go onto the tables. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm super interactive. I love to get up with the people and all that stuff. So I went to the first table, and these two guys had helped me up onto the table, and I had bumped my head, and it
Oh,
was no big deal. I'm like, oh, whatever. I just bumped my head. So I continue on with my cape work, and I bring my cape over top of one guy's head, and then I come back out, do fun stuff like that. And the guy looked like he had seen a ghost. And I'm like, oh, this is not the reaction I get whenever I do this move. And then I looked down and I saw some blood. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I touched my head, and my head had so much blood on it. And then I grabbed my cape and kind of smeared it a bit. And then my cape was soaked. So I was
oh
like,
my
oh my God,
God.
I'm bleeding so bad. So then I looked down at the guy, and he's like, I'm going to help you down. And I'm like, okay. So he helped me down. And then I looked at the MC, and I just said, like, cut the show. And he's
Wow.
like, oh, well, I don't know what happened, but we're going to be right back with another entertainer, blah, 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 whatever. I go back into the room, and there was a fan that was on the ceiling. So when
Oh my
these guys
God.
hoisted me up, the fan hit my head. I'm lucky that I didn't have a worse injury.
Oh
But
my
yeah, my
God.
head got cut, and it was just a small little cut, but like head wounds are, there's a lot of blood that comes out from
Yeah.
them.
And
Yeah,
you
so
kept dancing though, huh?
I did. I hit my head but you know what? It was like nothing. I'm just like, because the adrenaline's going and it's no big deal. I'm like, oh, I just bumped my head. It's no big deal. But then when I saw the blood, I'm like, oh, I guess the show's not going to go on.
Right. Probably
This
not
will
at
be the
that point.
only time the show does not go on.
I give that guy credit because if it was me and you were there and you take the cape off and you wipe the blood, I'd be like, wow, look at those effects. It looks like real blood. I wouldn't even think twice. Like, man, this woman is the best. Yeah, so I'm glad it was him and not me. I'd still be clapping. You poor
Well,
girl
it was a
bleeding out of her
devil.
head.
Yeah, it was a devil costume. So I mean, I
Right.
guess the blood could have totally, gone with the theme. But yeah, but you know what? I guess because everybody had seen what had happened, they were already and the blood just made it so much more worse. And because it was a
Yeah.
fan, they probably thought it was a really bad wound.
Oof, I can imagine. Gee, I
Oh,
mean,
no.
God bless her for that.
Yeah, but I've had lots of things happen, like falling off stages and all that kind of stuff. The only thing, knock on wood, that has never gone wrong is fire. I'm very, very cautious and very good with my fires. So,
That's a skill. That's a scary skill. How do you decide? Yeah, I'm ready to bring this on stage. Fire, because that's tricky.
well, I'm always ready, but because I'm a seasoned, experienced fire safety, fire performer, I know all the things. So when I go into a club, for example, I will always check the ceiling height of the stage. I'll look for the sprinklers. I'll see where the air conditioners are. And then I'll see which props I'm going to bring out. If I have a lot of space, not a lot of room, then I can play with bigger flames. But if it's a more small space and the audience is closer, then I'm going to keep the flames small. And then it depends on the fuel that I use as well.
Also depends on how touchy and rude some of these men get. Flames get bigger to back you dudes off.
You
Let's
know
talk
what
about
they
that.
get? They love the flames. They want to come up on
Well,
stage when I have the flames. I'm like, can you just like stay where you are? And then they
right.
throw money into the flames.
Oh, gee, man, don't waste the money. Don't ruin the money for God's sakes.
Nuts. I'm like, okay, well, you guys can do whatever you want. Like, I have not seen any money burn ever when they've done that,
Good.
but I just think it's
Good.
funny. I'm like, I'm up here with a dangerous prop and you're
Yeah.
acting like it's nothing. But
I'd be at distance. As much as I would like to watch you up close, I would be in a distance when fire's involved. Let's talk a little bit about audiences, crowds, men, and even women. Have anybody? I'm sure people have maybe crossed the line. What was one of your weirdest experiences where somebody kind of really tried to cross the line with you, and you had to kind of go into a different mode?
let's see. I'm pretty good. I don't really get that too often. I think it's because I have a strong personality.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I'm from Canada. I'll give you a knuckle sandwich. But I would say there was this one instance where I was doing Star Wars and I was
Oh,
doing
wow.
some cape work. And this female customer came up and grabbed my cape when it swung out. So I pulled it, gave it just a little tug, like to let go of my cape.
Yeah.
And she pulled it. So then I pulled it and she came forward and hit herself on the stage.
Oh,
And then she grabbed,
Jesus.
I know, and then she grabbed my lightsaber and broke it. And the whole club, this was like a rougher place in Canada where this happened, by the way. But the whole club was watching me to see what I was going to do. And I looked over at the bouncer at the door and I just waved him over. I pointed at her and she had to go. So he
Yeah.
just came, they stopped my music. He made the big long walk across, picked her up and took her out of the bar. And then everybody stood up and started clapping. I was like, yes, well, like I'm not going to get into a brawl during my show, but clearly there was a
Right.
female customer that had a little bit too much to drink and she was getting a bit frisky. But under those circumstances, I'm like, she just needs to go. And then I finished my show and then it was amazing.
Yeah, because the show goes on.
The show goes on.
I like how you say frisky. I mean, I'm sure that happens. Do when you go into these clubs, do the men ever try to make the move and talk the great talk? You said in America we're a little more quiet. We always try to look like we're all calm and cool in the strip clubs and making that money fire out. Does anybody give you the big spiel to try to win you over?
Oh, you mean like I have a yacht, look at my dog, I drive this car,
Right. Yes.
I have a jet. Do you want to go for a fly?
Wow, jet. Man, I'm giving to the guy with the jet. I'm a straight male. I'm like a jet, huh? How you doing?
Yeah, that may happen from time to time.
Does it happen too much? Like, are you ever like, oh, please just spare me. Let me go out and do my thing.
No, I'm not bothered. I think it's
That's
kind of
good.
fun. I think people are fun and funny, so I enjoy myself. Even like
That's like,
little exchanges like that. I don't mind
yeah.
at all.
That's pretty good. I guess you really have to have that. And, you compared again, Canadian American, you appear you like the interaction with the crowd. A lot of times around here, you'll get, and no offense to them, you'll get like Playboy models or etc. And they'll come out, they'll walk around for like an hour and leave. No dance, no talk, no nothing. So the fact that you're like an international like superstar at this, and you still get interactive with the crowd, and you choreograph great routines and bring out great outfits and all that's the kind of stuff people love to see. And like I said, even like my wife and my female friends, like, yeah, I'd go see that. Matter of fact, a couple of them already are, my good friend Rain, like she wants to see the mermaid show. We'll come out and see that because that's entertaining and that's the kind of stuff we like. And it doesn't hurt that you're like gorgeous. So that, you know what I mean?
Oh,
So it helps
well,
on there.
thank
It
you.
definitely helps. Absolutely. I'm a fan. When I met you the first time on Happy Hour podcast, I was like, yeah, I absolutely have to reach out to her. And Ray said, yeah, go ahead. She's wonderful. And I agree. This has been fun. I usually say a half hour. We blew past a half hour, but we got a few more minutes. Just a couple more things. You were inducted into the Night Moves Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Right there, the word Hall of Fame means you're legendary. How are accolades like that? Like, how does that make you feel inside?
You know, I would say it's not necessarily the accolade, but it's the circumstances around it. Like to be presented by that by industry people who value and appreciate me and who acknowledge everything that I have done for the industry and for, features and my shows and showmanship. Like that to me is like that's what means the most to me. Even when I was awarded Miss Nude Canada, like that's actually the biggest title that you can receive in Canada.
Wow.
And I received it under crazy circumstances because usually Miss Nude Canada is a big, huge contest. The best show wins,
Oh,
but they
wow.
couldn't have the show because it was during the pandemic. And so they went based on accolades, who would be the best ambassador for the title. And then there was an online poll on who was the most inspirational dancer, and that would be amongst other dancers and people in the industry. So the fact that I had other industry professionals also recognize and acknowledge the things that I have done, like that to me is what has made it so epic to receive, those awards.
Wow. That's a great answer. It's a world class answer. And I always consider myself lucky. Like I've been doing this for like 7 years, and I never miss with a guest. Everybody always has the great answers, the class, the poise, and the understanding of what they do. So that answer is just phenomenal. Um, as far as community, the competition, when you're out there, do you watch other dancers? Do you other dancers ever talk about routines and trying stuff, or is it kind of like, hey, I'm the best, or no, I'm the best. Watch me, I can do this and that.
It's all of that.
It's all-
It's all of that. Like, yeah, competing is it's a whole different beast. And I would say, there's all of that. There's definitely the competitive edge. There's definitely, girls that are watching other girls' shows and and sabotage. And there's a whole bunch of stuff. Like I could do a whole podcast on that. There is also, though, in that somewhere, a bit of a sisterhood. So there are both elements. For me personally, I'm an athlete, so I've never really wanted to watch my competition. I would
oh,
just chill out in the back, listening to my music, getting my head in the game and focused, getting prepared for my show. I didn't want to watch anybody else. I would say maybe the last few years is the first time where I started to go and watch the other competitors and really enjoyed it because I am such a fan of the show. I am a fan of other entertainers and their creativity and what they're bringing to stage and how they're making their shows flow and telling their story. So I've had a greater appreciation the last few years for sure, being able to watch them and not feeling competitive with them, just watching them and having a great appreciation of what they're bringing to the stage. And then even being inspired by that.
that's pretty awesome too. And like again, like I said, like I'm into entertainment art. I call everything art, whether you dance, you sing, um, whatever it is. Whoop, we just lost her. Oh no. Oh, there she is. What happened? Oh, we lost you for a second. Hello,
And
welcome
now
back.
I'm back.
See now that again,
I'm not going
you're meant
anywhere.
your many talents. So we got to, so we want to hear about the sabotage. I just picture showgirls throwing beads. Is there ever maybe an unusual? That's a good question too, Jenny. I like that. Ever any like cattiness, something you kind of know was rigged or sabotaged, but you didn't really say anything about it?
Yes, lots.
Yes. That's an excellent, easy one-word answer.
I've
Yes.
done a lot of contests, so I've seen a lot of things and, experienced a lot of things. And I'm also like, I've also, been such a contender in some competitions as well. Like everybody, I always bring something super innovative, very different, a grand production. That is what I am known for. So I have gone into competitions and girls are always, they all know that they have to bring their A game if they're competing against me. I don't always win a lot of competitions. Sometimes by bringing out the big production, I have things that go wrong because you're doing this big, huge show that, you haven't done before on the fly. And I like to do all the things. And because I like to do all the things, there's more room for error. But when I win, it's like by a landslide because that was the show that I had was able to bring to the table without any complications, and it was performed seamlessly, but it's so grand. Um, so because of that element, though, with me, I've had things go. I've had like, for example, I have a big LED dress. I left it in the change room. When I put it on for my show, the button for the LED lights was smashed. You know,
Oh, oh.
like, what? 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 Like, what? Really? Or I had my transformer car for Bumblebee. I have a car that I bring out on stage and I
Oh
transform out
wow.
of it. It was an $1,800 prop with strobe lights and smoke and all the things. And I made the top three final. And a lot of people thought that, it was myself against this other girl. We were very neck and neck. And when they brought my prop out on stage, it wasn't working for my show.
Oh,
No,
oh.
and I knew something was wrong. And then, but on with the show because they time you, and if you go over your time, then they deduct points. And because we were all so close in scores, I needed to just get the show on the road. So I performed my show. After my show, one of the stage crew guys comes upstairs with a wire from my car, and he said somebody cut the wires.
Oh my God, that's horrible. it's bad enough to sabotage when you're talking like an $1,800 prop. Like that thing is not ruined. It could, I guess, it could be fixed, but not
Well,
at that
no, you
moment.
know
But
what? I
sure.
actually didn't use that prop again because
Wow.
like the wiring issue was way too complicated to fix.
Ah, okay.
I needed to bring in, an electrician person to like try and fix the lights and get them all coordinated and stuff. So I'm just like, man, what? I'm like, well, I guess, people were afraid that I was going to take the cake or something. But I'm like,
Yeah.
that really sucks because you're right. It's an $1,800 prop. I didn't use it again. And, you know, for one contest, and there's so many contests in a year, there's so many competitions. It's like, why not just let the best show win?
I agree, and because like I said again, that stuff I would love to watch and see on stage because I would love to see an interpretation of how, and doing Transformers and all that like in an entertainment strip club etc. is wild to me. That to me blows me away. I'd be going nuts if I saw Star Wars at a club. I'd be going nuts for that. And my buddies be like, "Dude, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Yeah, you see like lightsaber. Like we're talking Star Wars stuff here." That's kind of the geek I am. But I would go nuts for that kind of stuff. Um, I've seen you perform. I've seen that you've come out here in Pennsylvania. Next time you come to the area, I would definitely like to try and check you out. And you can check it out too on the website. Everybody out there, if you want to see Janine live and in person, there's a lot of places to find her. Find Janine Jericho, www.janinejericho.com, Facebook at Janine Jericho, and Instagram as well, Janine Jericho. And follow her, see the great routines. Go on YouTube and watch the videos. It's so worthwhile. It's so impressive. Jabba the Hutt had the best club. uh, so, also in your social media, you list yourself as an actress, a model, a showgirl, a national level athlete. Any aspirations of maybe making a movie, writing a movie, starring in a bigger picture? What do you dream about for the future?
Yeah, I do love all of those things. Right now, I have been documenting all of my journeys.
Oh, that's
So
great.
I am, yeah, and I've been videotaping everything. So I am going to put up a YouTube channel so that people can start to see like the
Yes.
BTS of being a feature entertainer, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Very
And
nice.
um, I'm writing a book. I have blog material and book material. So you can
Wow.
catch my blogs on my website, but then I'll have a book with all of the things.
Ooh, all the thing,
Yeah, and
the
from
good,
that,
bad,
they
and
could
the ugly.
probably make a pretty good movie.
There you go. And I would go see it. And I would I want to first of all thank you so much for this. And you're great to contact. Very easy to get a hold of you. And once you commit to this, again, we've had great communication. I can't thank you enough for that because some people just say, "Yeah, I'll come on," and then you'll hear from like the day after, like, "Oh my God, please." So I appreciate all the reach out. You've been fantastic. Um, I would love to invite you to do it again. Maybe a few months down the road, new projects coming up, stuff to talk about. And if you make your way out this way, come out and see you, just say hello. And I've had a blast. I'm a big fan. I think you're amazing. I think you're gorgeous, talented, smart, all that. You're a complete package, and I root for people like you very much.
Oh, thank you. I love
Abs-
that.
Absolutely. So of course I've been doing the thing with I did this post and one of the audience members wants to know. I did this, if you could have sex with any celebrity, who would it be? One of our commenters want to know if you could sleep with any celebrity, who would it be?
Oh, geez. I'm not really a celebrity person.
A lot of people say that. I have some, but I mean, to me, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I've met many, so I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know who I would be like inclined to. I don't know because I'm such a in-person pheromones connection kind of person.
All
I
right.
need more than just like, what somebody looks like on film or in a band playing music. I definitely need that in-person something.
That's pretty cool. Let me just ask three quick questions. Does a beard work? Do glasses work? Does a back? There's a celebrity. I'm
Well,
a
I
local
will say that
celebrity.
I am feeling a pretty good connection here right now.
Wow. Okay, so I am actually getting ready to get my airline ticket and get the hell out of here, and I'll be there in a couple hours. But I would probably just be into it just to just talk and just hang out and get to know you because I think you're awesome. I really do. This to me is great. And I love the fact that there's something like this now with podcasting and webcasting. You actually see the person, you get the vibe off them, you get more of a feel than just, oh yeah, let's have this talk on air. This is awesome to me, and you're awesome. You're amazing. You came out well prepared. You look amazing. You spoke so great, and like I said, I'd love to invite you again down the road. And I can't thank you enough. Once again, for everybody out there, you could find the amazing Janine Jericho at www.janinejericho.com. This is where you can find future shows and all her story. Facebook and Instagram at Janine Jericho. Go check her out. Check out the YouTube videos and get to love this fantastic person like I have. Thank you so very much and have yourself a great night. And I'll be in touch soon. I appreciate it.
Mwah. Thank you.
I'm keeping that forever right in my pocket. Do you need, oh, yeah. I'm all red again. I blush. Wednesday nights, I blush. You women just kill me
Well, it
in
is
the
hump
best of
day.
ways. Wednesday nights is my bag on it. All right. So we will. Oh, yeah. Good question. Will you be at Exotica next year? Because I know you were at Exotica. I wanted to talk about it. I forgot, but plan on doing it again next year?
I am not sure yet. I'm still working out my schedule for next year, so we will see.
All right. That sounds
You
good.
have to just
Jason
go on
was
my
there,
website and keep
and
updated. I'll have like a new
exactly.
touring schedule posted in February for the year.
Awesome. And that's how you'll find out. Like I said, my friend Brent that commented, he was there. He had seen you there. Of course, Ray from Happy Hour Podcast, which is how we met you. Shout out to Ray. Jason, of course, was there hanging out with Ray. So a lot of people got to see you and they said, look, she's as cool in person as you'll find here. So, and I agree. It's just absolutely amazing. So, with that, I will let you go. I've run way past the half hour. I would stay up till 2 in the morning. If you say, hey, let's do this till 2 a.m., I'd be sitting right here. I get a cup of coffee and we could do this all night long. But I'll let you go. I thank you so much, and we'll talk soon.
Mwah. See you later. Bye, guys.
Bye
Thank you for
bye.
having me.
Janine Jericho, everybody. Have yourself a great night, and thank you again. And yeah, I could just watch that dance thing all night. I'm probably going to watch the replay a couple hundred times. No lie. She's gorgeous, and she's super cool. And again, thank you very much, Mac. I appreciate that great interview. Janine, yeah, she is awesome. And, you know, when you get when you do a show like this, first of all, like there's these do's and don'ts. I don't get into the do's and don'ts. People are like, oh, if you have attractive guests on, you don't say anything flirty, you don't hit on them, you don't tell them they're beautiful, blah, blah, blah. First of all, that's never going to happen because I'm going to tell a woman like that she's beautiful. And secondly, like, you get, again, beautiful member of the opposite sex. Everybody just wants to know about straight up appeal things. I don't like that. I like to dig. I like to know stories. I like to know what gets them going and what motivates, etc. And listen to Janine, she 100% believes in it, is motivated by it, driven by her own success in it. And that's great because, like I said, I like to watch people just flat out entertain. Really good podcast. Love this episode. Thank you, dude. I love that you're being here. Thank you very much. Killed it with the questions. Very good hearers. That means a lot to me because, again, like I said, I like to dig down a little deeper than just, hey, you're hot. Hey, you look great. I'll put that in there. But I like to know the beginnings and the nerves and what makes it work because let's face it. If I go out and see her in public, I don't want to do the things that she said isn't right to do. I sure as heck don't want to go tugging on her cape like, hey, remember me? And then have her throw me against the stage. But she's awesome. That was great. I looked forward to that. Like I said, last time we had lined it up, she had the technical difficulty. We had to shut it down. And I said, how about again sometime? She said, awesome. Here's me for the next few months. Reach me after this and we'll talk. And then we talked. She said, yeah, let's do it. December 13th. So here we are. Thank you to Janine Jericho. We're not done yet. 9:15. We usually roll until 10 o'clock. What I love to do sometimes here is play music and play some videos from some of our favorite bands. And I'm going to do one right now. We're going to play, of course, last night we talked all about you should have Ray on your podcast. I did have Ray on one time as a guest. One of them on one time as a co-host. Kind of twist the roles around, but also bring his flavor to like a Wednesday night. But he was a guest on our show a few weeks back. We talked about the Happy Hour podcast and his building and all that. So I love Ray. I love what he does. He's a great dude. And Jason, man, you're right there with it. I love your enthusiasm towards watching our show and his show. And I want to remind you, Thank you for that very much. Before we do anything else, this Sunday night, ladies and gentlemen, Sunday the 17th, 8 p.m., yours truly, Jeff the Shark Perini, will be guest co-hosting along with Ray Chase on the Happy Hour podcast. Special guest is Sedona Rain. She is hot. Go to www.hhpod.com to find your listings. It's on YouTube as well, live. And Sedona Rain, very excited for this one. Adult film star. The show's great. It's fun. Ray does games, does bizarre stories and topics. And we let these adult film stars just kind of be themselves, man, and join in the action and talk about themselves and play the games and interact. Always a lot of fun. Happy Hour podcast. My good friend Ray and I will be on as a guest co-host this Sunday night, 8 o'clock. I get excited. He sends me the text. He's like, free this Sunday? I check my schedule. And even if I'm busy, I say, of course I'm free because I cancel the world to do the Happy Hour podcast. Next thing, let's do some more music. Let's play another song. Do some share screen. Get a video on here. My good friends from Mag Dillon, who were on the show a few months back, and the reason why I bring them in, they just did a show with last night's guest, The Lake Divided, in Virginia Beach a few months ago. This song is called Stress, and the reason why I love it, it's a naughty language song, but it's also a kick-ass song, and it's a song that if you're new to it, it's going to be your gym song, it's going to be your motivation song, it's going to be your, I had a bad day, F it. Mag Dillon. Stress. Yo 2.0 Wednesday night. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. Enjoy live.
I'm a late bloomer, not a baby boomer. The only way is up, but first you have to get down. Analysis, paralysis.
Sunday.
I'm on overload, so I'm told. You're so cynical, saying I'm gullible. You believe it though, I keep hoping for a miracle. Hispanic from another planet. I keep watching you panic, going down like the Titanic. Stress. Doesn't everybody have stress? Let's take the time to decompress. Align yourself inside yourself, cause everybody needs to fuck it. Everybody needs a little bit of fuck it in their life. Everybody needs a little bit of fuck it. The more simple it is, the more difficult you make it. Go against the grain, there's got to be a change. So sensitive, too pensive, trying too hard to give. You're draining me through your sip. Stress. Doesn't everybody have stress? Let's take the time to decompress. Align yourself inside yourself, because everybody needs to fuck it. Everybody needs a little bit of fuck it in their life. Everybody needs a little bit of fuck it. Everybody needs a little bit of fuck it in their life. Everybody needs a little bit of fuck it. Everybody needs a little bit of fuck it in their life. Everybody needs a little bit of fuck it. Everybody needs a little bit of fuck it in their life. Everybody needs a little bit of fuck it.
I tell you what, man, when I get stressed out, that's my new jam. Stress by Mag Dillon, awesome band out of Virginia Beach. Suzanne, the lead singer, was on our program a couple months ago. We had a great time with her, and that's an awesome band. And that's a great song, a lot of adrenaline behind it, and they even sell the hat that says "fuck it" right on the front. My good man Brent Worrell wears that baby proudly. Mag Dillon. As we're doing a little bit of music and a little bit of chat and some fun, we had Janine Jericho here tonight. Awesome adult entertainer and showgirl and dancer and actress and everything, and you name it. Super cool. This is my new favorite song. Love this band. Look them up, dude. Mag Dillon. I love that song. And Suzanne Roy has the pipes and she cranks it out. I've got the basic Mag Dillon hat. Hang on here. I'll reach and see if I don't knock everything over. I got it. I got it. I got the basic Mag Dillon hat, the old trucker style Mag Dillon. Like I said, they have the one that says "fuck it" on the front. And they're a tight band, man. They do an awesome cover of "You Ought to Know" by Alanis Morissette. Of course, they got that song "Stress." A lot of great songs. Look them up. Mag Dillon, outstanding band. We bring you great brands too, and great music and great fun. Janine was awesome, though. Of course, we appreciate her coming on with us and having a great time. I promised 2 rants, and I ranted about the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to rant about this. And this is going to make some enemies with the Swifties. I'm not all that worried about it because this is something I've been talking about for a while. Al Michaels, it was announced today by NBC that Al Michaels will not be doing playoff games this season. This bothers me on such a major level because, first of all, Al Michaels is like a legendary commentator. One of the best. And he gets stuck with that Chris Collinsworth, who everybody really hates. So he gets double the props. Apparently, the rumor, now it's rumored, and you know how drama goes through the internet, but the rumor is his kind of dislike for the whole Taylor Swift thing doesn't sit well with the network. Michaels has expressed it before, moderation. No need to show this over and over again. You've taken the show away from, you've made the sideshow more important than the show. That's some hard words, but Michaels has always been the guy to kind of speak his piece. You hear him go on a lot about the over-under, the gambling aspect, etc. So he's a guy that's out there kind of bringing the liberties of the game. It's about the game. I know Collinsworth says goofy things, and a lot of people don't like Joe Buck. Joe Buck is another guy who's out there doing the game, him and Troy Aikman. Michaels, to me, is legendary. The fact that he's not going to be doing playoffs this year just blows me away. But this is like where money gets into it. And like I said, this isn't, it's football. It's the game. It's not about who's in the seats. And they had the big thing with Simone Biles. And her husband, of course, plays for Green Bay Packers. And she was like, how come nobody shows me? I'm at the game. So they started showing her, too, which is great. It's cool to say, hey, so-and-so's in the audience, seeing their boyfriend, their husband, their family member, whatever. But, like, every time Kelsey makes a catch, there she is. So somebody stepped up and said something. Al Michaels. And for this, no playoffs for Al Michaels. And I'm mad about it because, again, we are putting the sideshow before the show. It's about the NFL football game. It's not about who's in the seats. It's nice. It's fun. You show it. There's Taylor and her luxury suite. And I've heard great things. I heard she cleans the place up afterwards. I heard she's very kind to the fans, to everybody in the box, and the families. Wonderful. But don't make it so big that a guy like Al Michaels, who's been doing football for, 30, 40 years, don't make it where he isn't welcome to do playoff games over your appearance and what he says about your appearance. That's nonsense. That's the game going out the window right there, in my opinion. That's the game going out the window. And notice with it this year, Kansas City's been very different. They're not that elite juggernaut team. And there was a story that came out today that Kelsey was told he had to stay with the team and go to mandatory practices while she's having some kind of big bash in New York. He was told he can't attend. Win first. You got the whole off season to dilly-dally. Take a page out of Janine Jericho. There's times and places, also times and places to practice and get your technique down. I'm gonna miss Al Michaels. And Jason, to answer your question, I absolutely have heard the song Dominic the Donkey. It's been around forever. It's like a Christmas tradition. Who doesn't love that song? I have somebody in my family, Jeff, that looks like Taylor. Her name is Kaylee. Let's bring her on the guest co-host sometime. Let's have Kaylee come out and guest co-host. We'll make her look like, we'll put her like a Taylor Swift dress. We'll act like it's actually Taylor Swift. Love stuff like that. Love having a great time with that. Jason, I thank you, man. I love your activity in the comment section, dude. And make sure we'll see you Sunday night on Happy Hour Pod. Don't worry, I do have my Happy Hour Pod glasses here and ready. I can't wear them on my show because I got to kind of read the timeline and kind of know where I'm at with my facts. When I go on Ray's show, Ray does a lot of the reading, so I can just kind of sit back and commentate. But I got them, and they're ready for this Sunday night. Also have my bikini shot glass because I got a nice little bottle of Fireball. And this week when Ray does a shot, I'm going to do a shot because I'm off Monday so I can get wild on Sunday. Absolutely. Oh, here's some good news. My wife just texted me to tell me she went to the vape shop. Very cool. That's good news. We're going to do another video, and I want to do this video because two reasons. First of all, it's one of my favorite local bands. A couple cool dudes, three cool dudes. And I got to see it in this past weekend. Like, hey, man, when are we coming back on the Yo Show? And I said, well, let's do it soon. Because they were on and they had a great audience and a great turnout. Secondly, their brand new video, Platform, is the name of the song. If you listen carefully, you will hear the Yo Show in the video. There's actually snippets of me talking about this band in the video, which I love because nothing better than the sound of my voice. They're a great young band known as the Grim Jacks, a bunch of local young men, roughly like 17, 18 years old, which you can't believe because they're so damn talented. It's just amazing how many great young artists are out there. And I love this video. I love this song. It's from one of the local quarries. It's super cool. Like I say, if you listen closely, you'll hear a little bit of the Yo Show in there. The Grim Jacks, Platform. It is a brand new song. It's actually dropping tomorrow. Or, I'm sorry, Friday. It's dropping Friday. And the video's already been out. Check it out. 3 minutes and 57 seconds. We'll be back on the Yo Show shortly. Enjoy the Grim Jacks with Platform.
Pretty decent video. Shoot, guys, I forgot to get the driver's license.
Rick, what's wrong with you?
I got it.
This is a great song. It is the new one from tonight's Grim Jacks. So watch it here. Enjoy it. We'll be back in a minute. You know, all the way in Minnesota. Here we go. That's how we do here on the Grim Jacks. Watch it here.
Praise
This is a great song. It is the new one from tonight's guest, the Grim Jack. So watch it here. Enjoy it. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Just for you. You know, all the way in Minnesota. Nice little shout out at the end. Thank you to the Grim Jacks. The Grim Jacks. You can look them up as well and find their music on most major platforms. Platform is the song. Little Yosho introduction. A couple great dudes, the twins, and of course Jordan on the drums. Awesome band, awesome dudes, and they're like, God, they're like 17 years old. Phenomenal. We're very happy to have them here and have them on the show. We're going to have them back on the show probably in the new year, hopefully like February. We'll get together. They asked to come back on. We did this little contest tonight, and we're having some fun with it. Janine Jericho didn't give us an answer. That's perfectly okay. She doesn't have to. She's the celebrity that people should want to sleep with. Lord knows. And she told me to come see her, so I'm flying out right after the show. But anyway, we asked if you could have sex with a celebrity, who would it be? I, of course, paid major homage to one of my favorites, Scarlett Johansson. Absolutely gorgeous. And some people didn't put it in here. Some people put it on my Facebook. And let's take a look again. Once again, we had Hugh Jackman by Jenny Cannon. And my wife said, oh my God, no girl, no Hugh Jackman. Why not? He's a, I don't know. No comment. Kristen Cavallari, which was a great choice. Elizabeth Hurley. And I want to show you the GIF again. Travis, just for you, another look at the tremendous Liz Hurley GIF. Holy Jesus, that's fabulous. Margot Robbie, absolutely. She's got to say we're not going to be friends. Mila Kunis, Jennifer Aniston was voted. Okay, I still love Jen, no doubt about that. My friend Jason LaChaza with Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, nevertheless. I mean, Night Me. Wowie. That's a pretty good one. Love the gifts. The gifts make it better. My wife said Ryan Gosling, hands down. I buy that. I thought it was the Harvey dude. I guess he's been beaten by Ryan Gosling. I mean, Lord. Christopher Ball, I hate to see him out of whack, but I don't know who this young lady is that you posted. And I know Chris watches a lot, so dude, you got to tell me who this is. My friend Bill Hazlitt said, no GIF, but after seeing this video, hands down Kate Beckinsale because of her personality on top of her looks and accent. Let's see if I can get this video to come up. That was the best prank of all time. Oh, she's in this. Oh my gosh, she really is fabulous. No doubt about it. She really is gorgeous. Yeah, I feel that 110%. Some fun ones. Comment. Do we have a comment? Taylor Swift, of course. Jason with Taylor Swift. I'm not opposed to that. She's definitely an attractive girl. She could sing. Lord knows she's got money. But I guess now you got to be probably the sexiest football player on earth now to get a shot. Excuse me. But yeah, all right. Taylor's a vote. We'll give you that. I'm not turning my nose at that vote. That's a legit vote. If you're out there watching, vote. If you watch the replay, because a lot of people watch the replay, we get some that watch live, and a lot of people watch the replay. If you watch the replay, put it in the comments section on YouTube. I want to know. You get that one hall pass. I think I still have this picture collage here of the one hall pass my wife gave me of a former guest. And her episode got like 10 or 11,000 views. It's Brianna Dale, who's a well-known Instagram and model. She sent me an autographed calendar. This is way back, this is a couple of years back when COVID was around. It was episode 99 if you want to watch the archives. Bad audio, but Brianna Dale, she's super cool too. Her stories were fun and hilarious. My wife said, yeah, if you can meet up with her, you get a hall pass. Brianna Dale, if you're out there listening, you're the hall pass. I pray to God I get to date Taylor Swift. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Even if it's one date. I want to know it. I think we should try that. Date a celebrity. Janine Jericho picked me. I'm her favorite celebrity. I don't blame her. But she was super cool. And remember, go out and find her. Check out her website and find a tour. A lot of people are excited about it. And it is. It's a show. It's, she talks about it being adult entertainment, nudity involved, etc. But there's a show. She really puts in the work. And it's very cool to watch. It's very cool to see. I'm a big fan. Something I forgot to mention the other day, kind of a sad note. We do sad notes here too, and rest in peace to television creator Norman Lear, 101 years old, and of course the Archie Bunker, All in the Family, the Jeffersons, Maude, etc., all spawned off from the great mind of Norman Lear, who did television back in the time where you could say risque things on television, kind of get away with it, shock people, but be able to put it on and not get it canceled and not be all over social media and the news with your opinion stinks and you're this and you're that. Big fan of his shows. Big fan of a lot of his works. I watched a lot of that stuff growing up, and I grew up with All in the Family. And the thing that Archie Bunker said, that back then I was kind of young to understand it. Get a little older, you watch it again, you're like, wow. But it was television. It's entertainment. It's an act. Sometimes you just got to accept that more than just assume that everybody who does an act or a theme or a thing is just out to attack other people. It's really not that way. We certainly don't do it here. We love everybody here. We're lovers. We're not fighters. You and Ray are celebrities. Thank you, Jason. Thank you very much. I feel like my little slice of heaven, a couple hours a week, that makes me a celebrity, that qualifies me to visit Janine Jericho. She told me to come on. What the hell am I still doing here? I'm entertaining you. That's all. I like the last scene of Cheers. I love Cheers. I love that show. The last episode was really good. There's a lot of bad last episodes. Let's face it, Seinfeld last episode got brutalized by critics. The ending of Cheers was very good. The ending of MASH was very good. There's some real good last scenes. There's some shows that just get canceled and that was it. Everybody loved Roseanne, especially that laugh and the theme song. I liked Roseanne too. I thought it was a good show. I liked it back in the day. She's really fallen into obscurity since that whole issue with her. Makes these really weird videos. She's gotten strange. She don't sing the national anthem very good either. I was a little opposed to Roseanne. I like Roseanne. I like anything. You can make me laugh. I'm there, man. I love to laugh and see stuff like that. I get excited by it. Speaking of people that excite, etc., we got more coming up Wednesday nights here on Yo 2.0 or Yo Show Wednesday, whatever you call it. And next Wednesday, we do local bands a lot too. Local Philly bands, and they're younger guys and awesome. And next Wednesday, no exception, December 20th, we welcome the awesome band Novocaine to the program. We've been talking a while about doing it. They're finally going to come on out next Wednesday, December 20th. We'll have a guest co-host, and Novocaine will be our special guest. Wednesday, December 27th, the band Critical Mistakes, another local artist, their lead singer, Bella, has a single out, her own solo project. She says, I want to just come out and talk about it. We're going to do it here, December 27th, of course. Why not? We got a lot of stuff going into the new year as well. A lot of great stuff coming on Wednesdays as well as Tuesdays. Don't forget to catch us Tuesday night. This Tuesday night, December 19th, kind of a quasi Christmas show, but our guest is the band Sick Century out of York, Pennsylvania, an awesome hard rock band. A few bands that I'm friends with, oh, you got to get this band on. We did it, December 19th, Sick Century on the program. So Tuesday and Wednesday, Sick Century, Novocaine, Jeff the Shark Perini, Jewel Tatey, guest co-host, right here. Come check us out. You can see us on YouTube at The Yo Show, Twitch also The Yo Show, Facebook also is The Yo Show, www.yoshow215.com. Going to start making some more merch and have it available for sale so you great people can wear it and wear it with pride. I don't forget this Sunday, again, 8 o'clock. I will be a guest co-host on the Happy Hour podcast. My good friend Ray Chase. He's got great graphics. I love that. Sedona Rain will be the very special guest. AVN Award nominated Happy Hour podcast. Team Skeet. Pod Nation TV, of course, Fire TV and Roku at Pod Nation TV, which reminds me, I got to start uploading our videos or I'm going to get booted off Pod Nation TV on Roku. They need my stuff. But thanks to Ray and, of course, the Happy Hour podcast. Check it out. YouTube.com/Happy Hour TV MD. And you'll watch it Sunday. It'll hit Pod Nation on Roku and Fire TV on Monday. It's a great show. Check it out. Always great topics and great format. You should do a show, Jeff, on New Year's when the ball drops tonight. I would love to do that. We're actually going to be at a party. But I think I could bring my stuff and maybe make it work. Jewel said she had no plans. Let's see if we can sneak Jewel there, too. That would be pretty awesome. That'd also be awesome. Having Janine Jericho come dancing like a giant, like, ball drop thing and break out of it. Innovative. That right there is ratings. Dry. We're going to do, I got a few more songs fired up. I'm going to do one more because one of my favorite bands and dudes that I have just really gotten close with and chat with, and I go out and see them. I try to push them as hard as I can because they're super cool. Local, Quakertown, Pennsylvania area. These guys absolutely rock. It is Strange Culture. And I got a brand new one out that released last week called Remain Gone. And I can't do a show where I play a little bit of music without having it. It's not a video, it's just going to be a still. But the song is so worth it. Remain Gone by Strange Culture. Brand new. Came out last Friday. I want the dudes to know I'm out there loving it, supporting and playing it. 4 minutes and 24 seconds. So we'll play this one. And then we'll get ready to wrap it up, and we'll talk about who's coming up in the near future on Tuesday nights. We'll do some thank yous. We'll get out of here. That would be awesome. Let's start talking to everybody now. But right now, enjoy Strange Culture. Right here on the Yo Show. We'll be back in a few minutes. I gotta get to the right screen. That's not the right screen. That is. Enjoy.
I've been stuck in my thoughts too long. Reaching out, I've seen I'm wrong, but I will not remain gone. Let's wrap it up. We can seal it off. Right all our wrongs. It's easier to understand intrusive thoughts, keeping me from moving on. I can see these lies pushing down on me. These words all have some belief. We will see these things so we can breathe. Feeding these freezing thoughts of honesty. The pressure we feel, compressing my will, distracting my mind from keeping my eyes pale. We've been put in a place where we could stay occupied. I've been stuck in my thoughts too long. Reaching pushing down on me. Pushing down on me.
Remain Gone is the brand new one. Red Hot, brand new. Strange Culture is the band. You can find them on all social medias, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Check them out now. Strange Culture. Remain Gone. Definitely a great one. My good dudes, Nick, Noah, Garrett, and Mason making up Strange Culture. Big shows coming up for them. Sharing stage with bands like Earshot, and then coming up soon, we're saving. They got a big show coming up in a couple weeks. Absolutely huge. So these guys are just killing it. They're a great band, making their move here in the PA area and beyond. Strange Culture. Check it out. Thank you to them guys. Thank you for everybody who allows me to play their music. I meet these bands at these Future Stars shows. The awesome Elena Brokus runs these shows and lets me go in and MC and meet these bands and talk to them and bring them on the program and introduce them to you and try to gain some fans and gain some exposure for the awesome music and a great job they do. So thank you to them. A massive thank you again to everybody who comes in and checks us out, tunes in, gets in the comments section, blows them up. We love it. Definitely worthwhile. Angela Marie, who was supposed to join us tonight, said she got home late from work. Perfectly okay. There's always room for you here on Wednesday nights, Angela. We do a lot of guest co-hosts on Wednesday, getting new people into the theme of it. Maybe inspire people to do their own show. Bring their friends in to meet us. It's very cool. Tuesday nights, of course, myself and the amazing Jewel Tatey. We are just 28 short episodes away from 300 episodes. Quite an accomplishment. You figure you're doing pretty much one a week for, God, like 7 years. That's awesome. I love Jewel. I love everybody who comes on this program. We've had just a plethora of great guests. It does not stop. We got a ton of them. We'll take a look real quick at who we got coming up in the future on Tuesday nights. Again, Tuesdays, the 19th, 6th Century will be here. December 26th. We don't have a guest announced yet. Not quite sure how we're going to play the 26th day after Christmas. Jules said maybe the day off. We'll see. We ring in the New Year, January 2nd. Another awesome band, Traverse the Abyss. Very excited for that. Great metal band, January 2nd. January 9th, an awesome country singer, the lovely Miss Aaron Coburn. January 16th, another band, Ignescent, will be on the program. January 23rd, Jules' birthday. Trying to get a surprise guest, even if we can't, get here anyway and help celebrate Jules' birthday because she's amazing. She's definitely worth it. And of course, we talked to you about everything that's coming on Wednesday nights. Tonight was Janine Jericho. Next Wednesday, Novocaine will be here on the program. Yeah, just awesome. Awesome. We got a couple more songs loaded up. I'm going to exit with one. I'm going to play this one before we exit because I love this band. Do you want to do it? Do you want to do a band thing? Let's do it. Let's do one more song from the FDS band and the awesome Francesca Destruct. It's their cover of Hella Good. I'm sure you know the song Hella Good. Gwen Stefani. This is a cover of it. Done to perfection by Francesca Destruct and the band Quilos. Oh, that's tough to say. Quilos. Let's check it out here on the program. We'll be back in a few minutes. We'll do a wrap up and we'll get out of here. But let's do this one. 4 minutes, 10 seconds long. Definitely worth a great song right here. Great cover. Hella Good by Quilos featuring the FDS band and Francesca Destruct.
Crashing on you for some reason, but your love keeps on coming like a thunderbolt. could. So let's just. Hold me like you should. So I'm gonna. You got me feeling hella good. So I'm gonna keep on dancing. Hold me like you should. So I'm gonna keep on dancing.
100% cover of Hella Good. And my good friend Francesca Destruct has been on the program before. Superstar entertainer, awesome singer, super cool girl. Hella good cover. Love her right here on the Yo Show. Getting ready to get out of here. It's almost 11. It's almost 10 o'clock. Sorry. We usually do a 2-hour. Massive thanks once again to Janine Jericho. Check her out right now. www.janinejericho.com. Facebook and Instagram at Janine Jericho. Check out the website to find her upcoming tours of the incredible dance acts. Watch them on YouTube. She's great, and she was awesome for us tonight. Just a sweetheart and just a great guest. And as always, another home run with great guests. I'm going to let you get out of here. A big thank you to everybody again, once again, who tuned in, chimed in, left comments, watched the program, because we appreciate it. Not in for the money, we're in for the love. And Funko Pops. Lots and lots of Funko Pops. You can send me a Funko Pop, care of. Yeah. Message me after the show. I take all gifts. Always here for gifts. The dogs are getting fired up. They must know it's time for me to go to bed. We are going to leave tonight with one more song. We're going to roll the closing credits with our good friends from Stealing Society and Evanescent Love, because I love this song. I love these dudes. This is just a cool bunch of dudes and a great band. They're going to take us out of here tonight. Evanescent Love. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you Tuesday night with 6th Century. Have a great night, everybody.
Shadow on my shoulder, disrespect the golden rule. I live for your desires and I'm no one else's fool. I see the color of your palette, confused and mixed a shade of brown. Your deceptive brush shows that you're only reason keeping me around. Yeah, I know you only want my evanescent dissipated love. Your jaded eyes are out there, evanescent, dissipated love. Well, I'm a sucker for compassion. Like to think this isn't just pretend. But there is no mistake, you only treat me as a means to an end. Just snap your fingers and replace me. You'll find yourself another man. In time, I'm sure you'll realize that ain't no one love you better than I can. I know you only want my evanescent, dissipated love. Your jaded eyes are after evanescent, dissipated love. Yeah, I know you only want my evanescent, dissipated love. Your jaded